Ah, smartphone.
Clap your hands in front of the dragon box. Something what? This is what?
Takes more I thought it would be like poetry, that feeling of when eyes meet. They said it would feel so easy, like how a bird takes to the trees. They've written the songs and films and books of how it would take just one timely look to dance and fall your way into love. And that's how you'll know he's the one. It feels like way back when. I wish I had known it then. There's no such thing as a soulmate, 'cause love is what you make of it. I think I've got a taste of it. I wish I had known all of this before. I wish I had known, but at least now I know. I thought summer vacation would never end. That feeling of sinking toes in the sand. They said to enjoy it while you can, but those words never seem to land. It feels like way back when. I wish I had known it then. That time is the quickest of thieves. She won't ever be